Central Bank is faced with emerging challenges. What are some of the glaring ones, maybe 2 or 3 you can mention, that face the Central Bank over the next 5 years?
To me, I think really the biggest one is the climate change. Why do I say climate change? Because it is going to affect the level of economic activity growth. We're still largely an agricultural country, all right? It's going to affect growth. It's going to, via agriculture. It's also going to affect our exports, because our exports are still largely agro-based. We have an added problem in Uganda. The extended dry conditions are now driving food crop inflation up. The last CPI, I think for June, if I'm not mistaken, indicated that food crop inflation was about 14.5% year-on-year, far much higher than the average inflation derived from the CPI of about 6.8. So that one tends to drive inflation quite significantly. So from a monetary policy stance, I see climate change as really a serious issue that needs to be addressed. And then the one that I think is key are these disruptive technologies that are coming from the fourth industrial revolution. And, you know, there are lots of technologies out there that are disrupting business as usual, but also they are coming with certain risks like cybersecurity. And that cybersecurity is something that sometimes we lose sleep at night, right? So we need to really deal with the issues of cybersecurity. And then the other issue that we also need to look at is how do we harness the data that is coming with all this impact of the fourth industrial revolution, because there's so much data out there. Now we have lots of fintechs, lots of e-payments and what have you. So there is a way that we can harness that data. So we need to begin, first of all, by collating that data to get a platform where we can put all the data. Sometimes they call it the big data.
Over time, economic management has been accused of being more textbook and less pragmatic. Is this a fair assessment in your case? And how can central bank address itself to the economic realities? You touched it a little bit there. Poverty, real growth, and so on.
Again, so thank you very much for that. I think this strategic plan, like I said, is attempting to address so many emerging issues. Much more fundamentally, we are pursuing the goal of ESG, that is environment, social sustainability together with improved governance. And we hope that that goal, through both environmental and social sustainability, is going to trigger the supply side coming through the supervised financial institution. We are going to set minimum standards. We are going to have a conversation with the supervised financial institutions on how they are implementing this ESG framework right now. The challenge that we have right now is that each supervised financial institution has its own game, all right, either given to them by their headquarters, that this is how you are going to implement ESG things and what have you. So there are no uniform standards in our financial sector on how ESG is being implemented. So as a central bank, we want to have a conversation with the commercial bank that what should be the minimum standards. Because we want to address the governance issues by saying that, you know what, supervised financial institutions, you are out there to make profits. But make profits in a sustainable manner, in a manner that preserves the environment in which these profits are being made, okay? And then, to make profits in a sustainable manner, you need to address the issues of social and environmental sustainability, all right? They are these 3 Ps that are going to form the bottom line, okay? You need to be mindful of your profits, you need to be mindful of the people, and you need to be mindful of the